Hello, welcome to our brand new D&D show with my good friends. Let them introduce themselves, going from top to bottom. Ashley, how about you introduce yourself?
I'm Ashley. I'm going to be playing the character Elio.
I'm Josh. I'll be playing Jin.
I'm James. I'll be playing Sabrek.
I'm Megan. I'll be playing Sonia and handling all the tech stuff.
I'm Mercy, and I'll be playing Yaureth.
And don't forget our DM.
Dice Chasers.
Theory, introduce yourself. You're important too.
No, never. I'm never going to introduce myself. I'm
The mysterious voice
The
behind
mysterious
everything.
DM, played by
Mysterious
he who
DM,
is
yeah.
named Barry.
Hey, look, I don't want you to know my name, so that way you can't curse me for, I don't know, killing you sometime in the future.
I will bleep it out.
He shall not be named.
This is Steve.
From
Some
Minecraft?
call me Tim?
And from our
You were
DM,
definitely
Steve
not an
Tim Barry,
enchanter.
this is Dice Tracers! Can you hear adventure calling? Do you hear it beckon? Choose your fate, the dice are falling. Chase your destiny. Traveling with your companions, forming your own story. Facing dungeons, fighting dragons, live your legacy. Searching for a greater purpose, carrying the burden of a pain-filled history, healing through the comfort of companions, chasing after freedom, waiting patiently. We can hear adventure calling, we will answer bravely. Toss the dice, we'll face our fate, we'll chase our destiny.
All right. So we ran some session zeros with the two groups prior to this. After leaving their respective adventures, they actually met on the high road heading to Neverwinter. Discovered that they are all going to the same place, looking for a job. They are looking for employment from a Liam Teach, who's looking for adventurers to help him set up a Scholars Guild. So, with that in mind, we're going to jump right in.
Woo.
Are you all excited?
Yes.
That's probably copyrighted.
Okay, well then, I guess we'll just shut it down here if someone wasn't interested.
That's okay. At least we nipped it in the bud.
Got the feed.
All right. You all enter the grand city of Neverwinter, looking for a wizard named Liam Teach. After asking around for about an hour, you're directed to a wagon yard not far from where you entered the city. There, you see a young man dressed in deep blue wizard robes, having an energetic conversation with a dark-haired dwarf. Neither of the men look like they've gotten much sleep.
Oh, interesting.
Demonstration here. Hey, Josh.
And Exhibit A?
You gotta make sure that everybody's involved. Now, is it an energetic conversation or is it a heated conversation?
Roll me an insight.
Starting off strong.
Starting off strong.
A nat one.
Yes. Perfect.
Cheers.
Perfect.
Well, what better way to start the game with the first roll?
Yep, that's over. So
We can only go up.
I was going to
from
say
here.
you probably get distracted by some bighorn sheep that some gnomes use for their cart.
My name is Sonia. Thank you, Barry.
Ooh. Wow. Singers happening left, right, and center.
Hell yeah. So Yareth is gonna she's gonna see a fellow scholar, and she's going to sidle closer and try and listen into their conversation, because talking to people is hard.
So just
Eavesdropping.
awkwardly slide on up and then try and listen so you can find a place that you can. I know something about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And find an inn.
He's just watching this happen.
Eavesdropping.
So, like,
Kind of looks a little bit like this.
subtle.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Just jargon. Because
Elio-
imagine a dragon lady trying to do this, like, because
Just
Dragonborn.
like
Give us
Dragonborn head.
description of your character here.
So
Yeah.
Yareth is she's 6'1" Dragonborn. She is bronze scaled, but they're flecked with silvery blue to show her ice dragon heritage. She's got bright, piercing, icy blue eyes, blue ribbons on her horns, a bright blue robe, and she's generally carrying a book and a satchel. This woman does not blend into a crowd. She is noticeable. People see her.
And yeah,
And-
she's like,
Yeah. Yet she's very bookish. Very bookish, but very playful.
Yeah, so at 6'1", you are taller than the wizard and of course the dwarf. So
You stand out.
you're almost looming over the two of them.
Boom.
Elio just has like a bemused, like, what the heck kind of smile on his face, and he just kind of decides to just walk up to the guy just past Yalra.
How would you describe Elio?
Elio is a lovely, attractive blonde male. He's got slightly pointed ears, piercing green eyes. He's a rather bubbly and energetic looking little twink. I don't know. Something like that.
Wait, can we say that?
I don't know.
And
Terms of
immediately
services.
For the
mature.
first 30 seconds, we're
dang.
fine. Yeah, he's how tall did I make him? 5 foot something. 5'11", and
He's
Very
so
com-
cute!
he's so cute.
Tuck him underneath and you can throw him like a twink.
Short blonde hair, and he's wearing some like brown and green leathers, and yeah, he just kind of strides up to this guy and just goes hello. Are you Liam Teach?
Yes, I am. Oh. I know you. I do. I know. He like nudges the dwarf. I know him, and he runs over to a wagon, and he starts rifling through this chest, and he pulls out a book, and he brings it over, and he opens up to a page with a picture of you in it. He's like, "Is this you?"
It's like he has a book full of wanted posters or something.
Um,
Just
I
kinda,
feel
like
it's a-
leans back
And I'm not okay
over
with
his
this.
face.
It's a pretty accurate picture of you. However, you have the wings of a Luna moth, and you have gigantic claws.
I mean, this isn't inaccurate either, so.
No. I think is my best answer for that. Not quite. That's not a. I don't know. No,
So you look just like Elio Shamali.
that would be me. Yes, Shimlani.
I knew it was you.
So it's going to be the goal to butcher his last name.
It's just
every
kind of
time.
looking at this guy like kind of wary.
Shamrock.
Wary.
He closes the book, and you can see the cover is it says survivor accounts from the Feywild thinning near Cormyr.
Mm.
Oh my.
There's a rather stern expression
Thinking.
coming upon Elio's face.
Yareth ever so helpfully. You look mad, Elio.
So
I'm
yeah,
not
at that
bad.
point,
Okay.
it's just moving Yalwith away, like, sorry, no, just continue your conversation.
Pay no mind to her.
Oh, it's like
So he will say, I'd love to get your side of the story. Obviously, this is written survivors' accounts from the war, and wars are never really one-sided.
there's like a brief kind of like almost like a twitch to the man's face, but otherwise he remains just like back to that kind of stoic calming goes, I don't think that's a tale for public conversation.
Oh, of course not. No, not right.
We're actually
Got other things to
here
do.
about the job request, setting up the Scholars Guild.
Yes. We're here about a job.
How would you describe Sonia? Sonia?
Sonia is a 5-foot with the horns satyr with short, kind of scruffy red hair and wearing leather armor. She's got a cute frilly skirt and frilly gloves and a huge glaive on her back. And she's got cute little glasses as well, and just kind of, she doesn't take up much space. So
Just tucks right in.
just very, very
Yeah.
timid.
I am going to make people checks by the end of this.
Probably.
Tie a rope to them. Ooh-ah! Yeah. So as soon as he turns around and he kind of immediately blushes a little bit, and he goes, yeah,
He's
yeah.
flustered!
Was that you or Jin?
That's good.
Hold on. Since Jin is doing this, let's get a. What does Jin look like?
What does Jin look like?
Jin's 6'7" bronze human, just like everybody else, but he's got big braided beard. He's got essentially small dreadlocks that have been pulled back. He's just lazily resting, and every bit looks the part of the person that would just pick at everybody nerdy, except for the fact that he's standing beside Sabrak, leaning on him, just belly full of laughter, still laughing about it. The most noticeable portion about him is the fact that out of his entire attire, being very barbaric as it is, looks like a woodsman or a huntsman and that kind of stuff, except he's got this pristine, about yay big, stuffed animal of a sheep that's just like lashed to his belt.
And since you mentioned Sabrak that you're leaning on, let's get a description of the tin can that you're using as a leaning post.
I mean, he is the most effective.
Perhaps there is a reason for his flustered state. No doubt there is excitement upon seeing those who are willing to join him in these escapades towards Phandalin.
And as you would see, this 6-foot-tall, almost mechanical being that is acting as Eugen's basically leaning post. It is garbed in maroon robes that cover most of its features apart from its face, which is one of the most iconic things about Sabrak, where in most regards, Sabrak is humanoid in appearance. But the face plate itself doesn't have a mouth. It doesn't have a nose. The most interesting part is to one side, there seems to be a citron gem that pulses with energy when it speaks, and to the other side is a cluster of lenses, almost like looking at an arachnid in that way. You would definitely tell that Sabrak is definitely not of this place, as he would definitely stand out, much like Yelrith, like a very sore thumb made of metal.
All right. So Liam himself is your stereotypical skinny wizard boy. He's got a mop of sandy blonde hair and big glasses. Just think kind of like Milo Thatch from Atlantis.
Oh,
Wizard.
this gets even
Say
better. Jin
bubbles
just
from-
starts laughing harder.
Yara's trying to like take the book to read it. Not to steal it, but just to sit and read it while everyone's talking.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He will gladly hand it over to you. He's very happy to entertain other scholars. So yeah, he'll, after stumbling and then being bright red in the face, he'll kind of look away from Sonya, a little embarrassed, and address, let's say, Sabrak, because Elio's not here right now.
Hmm.
Is that yes? Starting a Scholars Guild in Phandalin. My friend here, Gundren, um, he's agreed to basically give us the guild house if we get these supplies to Phandalin. Um, in the meantime, I'm gonna, if you guys are okay, taking the cart to Phandalin, I'm going to ride ahead with Gundren. He's discovered something very interesting, and was well, we're gonna try and get a head start on that. If that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
I shall
Fine
query
by
the
me.
rest of my adventuring group, and it appears that most of us are in agreement to this. I know I have a personal stake, as one of my friends beseeched me to go forth to aid you in this endeavor.
Now, you are a dwarven warforged, yes?
I am Warforged, yes. However, with my origin as such, I am still trying to uncover much. My title I gave myself, trying to mend what I was broken as.
Gundren will pull something out of his bag and hand it to you. It is a mechanical hand from uh, one of your people.
Sabrik will look upon this with reverence, as finally able to see, even if it's just a part of another Warforged that is almost equivalent to him. It takes its guys up to Gundren and it speculates a little bit.
Query, where mayhaps did you find this?
Well, we've been searching for a lost mine, if you would, and they had a special forge there with a need magic items, and we think, well, like you, we've never actually found a working one like you. We found bits and pieces, but this is the closest we've gotten. So that's what we're doing. I'd love to have some time to sit down and talk to you, but see what you remember.
Conversation, it may provide some idea of my own origins.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll meet you in Phandalin. We've got to go ahead to secure some things. We've got our bodyguard here, and they gesture to this adventuring type person standing by their horses. Say, Sildar's going to see us all the way. But when you go to Phandalin, we'll meet at the Greens.
All right.
Well,
You just get a distracted hum from Yareth.
So Liam will lend you the book there, Yalrith, for the wagon ride.
Thanks.
You can read all about the slaughter that happened in Cormyr.
Yikes!
That looks.
Expect
Elio-
awkward questions later, Elio.
Elio
Yes,
looks a
no.
little uncomfortable, but he doesn't say anything. He's kind of just gone quite quiet.
Yareth is devouring this book. She's like just sat on the cart already, just like, yep, this is what I'm doing now.
And before they turn to go, you actually hear a voice say, "I believe you forgot the contracts." And Liam goes, "Oh, right, yeah, okay."
Now we gotta make this legally, binding.
Dang, I thought we could just go off
so-
with a free cart.
Yeah, you see him like digging into like his sleeve, like tucking into his robe, and you actually catch a glimpse of this brown leather tome strapped in like a book holster. It's got this rectangular red gem in it, and then he kind of goes, "Vigil, where did I put the contracts?" And you see the gem light up as it speaks. It's like, "In your saddlebag." "Oh, thanks, Vigil." Okay, goes over.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's so cool!
Did your book just talk to you?
Oh,
Yareth looks up like a doge.
He's got
Yeah.
books that talk to him.
so
He needs to be an award.
he pops the book out of his little book holster there, and he opens it up. And as he opens it up, a sphere of orange light that looks like it's got static through it appears, and just these two like lighter orange orbs that appear to be eyes, and they even like emote, just like happiness, sad kind of thing.
Oh, Yaret's gonna touch it.
Oh,
I was gonna say, do we have like the D&D version of Clippy that shows up now?
And he'll say, "This is Vigil. He helps me read.
Oh.
My dad made him for me. I'm a wizard who can't read, so yeah."
Yaret says, "That's admirable." Meanwhile, she's trying to poke Vigil and touch Vigil.
Your hand just goes like right through it, but you do get a slight like static tingly sensation. And as you do that, you get like perturbed eyes, like those like the circles go to like semicircles, and then they like angle a bit.
Sonia's going to very gently and politely move Yalet's hand out of Vigil, and then
A peculiar experimentation.
to our wizard friend, like, well, we can't all fit the stereotypes of what we are, so like, I think that's really cool.
He'll attack.
Thank you. Again, he just blushes, like looking at you, like.
Also, I'm really sorry about her, and I'm just gonna move Yalet away. Like, you can't just go poking people's magic
Don't
talking books.
apologize for me.
Back in the cart. So yeah, he'll each hand you guys each a contract. Basically, guarantees room and board as well as an equal share in any profits from such ventures, and you will thence be working for the scholars. I've got notes all over the place.
Whilst you're
You're on
finding those
Vigil.
notes there, Berries, Sabric is definitely going to be analyzing each line, like basically legalese this thing.
Jin's like leaning over Sebrak's shoulder, going,
Yaret is told.
At which point he just hands the other contract to Sebrak and goes, "Tell me what it says."
Well, my
So-
friend,
The guild's name is Scholars Choosing History Over Other Lessons.
Nice.
That sounds like a metaphor for life.
Well, when you look at it, it spells school.
Oh,
Oh, it does. That's cool.
Taking y'all to school.
No, but I
I quit.
Eugen has no need for school. He already learns through the School of Hard Knocks.
Why do we have to read the books to tell us how to kill stuff when we could just kill the stuff that the books tell us about?
now, Eugen, we must follow the lessons by point.
Measure
It is
twice,
brought there to
stab
our attention
once.
for a reason.
Got a Siri Geralt going on here.
Yeah, I
Elio
feel
just
really
quietly
bad
reads
for
the
your throat
contract.
with that voice.
It's actually not bad. Now, if I have to be doing this for 6 hours in a stretch, that might be a different story.
Yeah, Elio just quietly reads his, signs it, and just passes it back to Liam, like kind of looking unenthused, or sort of unimpressed. But it's just sort of a quick, like, I just want to get out of here.
Yeah.
I want to get away from you so you don't ask me too many questions.
Get away from the fanboy.
I've been recognized. Oh God.
Before anything else happens.
Yeah.
Try to steal my shoe or something.
You never know with that.
Precious.
So, he then also looks at Eugen and says, "Does he need a contract too?" And he points to the little kobold hanging on your heels.
Toe.
Oh,
To which
yeah,
point I just
no.
like pick Toe up and kind of like shake it back and forth. Go, do you need a contract?
What's a contract?
No, he doesn't need a contract. What's it
Um, yes, if you have something, he's a sidekick, I suppose, a helper.
He is a companion.
So I suppose
He's a growth.
He's a
legally
friend.
you need a contract for him.
Jin.
Are you
and
a growth?
So Brack, you'll just motion to Jin to check the sidekick box in the contract.
If you see here in paragraph C, subsection 9, clause A, there is the notification of hirelings, sidekicks, and others.
To which point he
So,
just like
just
bites the
keep
tip of
track
his
here.
finger and just smears blood on the contract. He's
Wow.
like,
Is it like-
"Here?"
Yes, that will do sufficely. If ink is not present, then other vital fluids can also provide.
That can't
That is
be
correct.
sanitary.
Blood is effective for signing.
He'll just takes
From
his back
Vigil.
and scratches on it and passes it back.
I'll just
Now
use ink.
Yaris finds hers and passes it back. Yeah,
And
she has
put
a-
it back.
enchanted quill.
Jin's contract literally looks like somebody took that real ugly dried blood paint and just smeared and did this at the end of it. Because he's like, he looked at what Sabrak does for his signature and then went, "Meh," and then flicked it at the paper.
I just picture this like a little drip of blood as you hand it back. Like, oh, okay, thank you. Just lay this out for a minute. All right.
I'll just let it dry in the sun and never touch it
Blo-
again.
Blow on it, it'll be fine.
All right. So yeah, they say they're gonna head off, and they say just take the wagon. You guys will be a little bit slower than they are, but it should be fairly straightforward. Deliver the wagon, and then we'll get our guild house in Phandalin.
Fast forward to like 3 days from now when like half of us are dead.
We're lost.
The cart's on
Should
fire
be
as
simple.
it rolls into the
You guys went north instead of south.
We went to Luskin.
Whoops.
Somehow ended up in Chult.
I was the only one alive.
Yep. And he looks like Rambo.
All right. So yeah, you guys are going to be wagoning along. I don't know if you guys want to have any interpersonal conversations, or I can just cut ahead.
I know
I
Elio's gonna try. Go ahead, James.
I was just gonna ask with the wagon how many people can sit inside of it then.
Mm.
Is it like a room of 4 or 3? Because there's probably someone who
So-
has to use with the reins with the horses.
Yeah, there's 2 seats up front, and amongst the cargo in the back, which is all in boxes, the rest of everybody can fit in there. It's not like the most comfortable
Okay.
thing, but
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
do the
yeah,
hill-
if they're-
Billy thing.
well, we're losing Josh, I think.
Okay, good. I thought that was on my end. I was
Robo
like,
Eugene.
no!
And sit on the
Oh
game.
no.
Technical difficulties.
We're losing him.
Eugene has gone Robo.
Oh,
He is more robot than Sabrak.
excuse the
So-
order of everybody suddenly switching. We're good. He was Sonya for 2 seconds.
Wait.
What a twist!
So, who would be driving?
I know Elio tries to get to the cart first, and he actually tries to find that book that Yalrith had.
She's-
and-
She's still got it. She's still got it. She's like
Okay.
after she used it to lean on. She's
Okay.
currently finding somewhere to settle in the back to continue reading it. Like she's already 2 chapters in. She reads extremely fast.
Okay, well, with that, then, seeing that everybody's like clambering toward the cart, he was gonna sit on the edge of it, but he'll drive if nobody else will.
I was gonna say Sonya was about to say I can take first shift driving if people want.
Meh. Jen will go sit beside her, so it's like Mutt and Jeff in the front. Cart goes down the road like
At a jaunty
Multi
angle.
wheels in the air.
just kind of leans
Everybody
over a
else
little
is
bit.
still on the other side to balance it out.
And Sonya's just like tense, slides over like, okay, well this is what we're doing now.
Yeah, the springs on the seat are definitely like leaning.
On one side over the other.
All right. So yeah, you head out of town. The first day goes nice and smooth. The weather's beautiful. No issues. Trundling along. Yeah, Elio, did you want to talk to Yalrith about this book?
Well, considering that Yaros would be so engrossed in the book, I'm pretty sure Sabrak would be able to try. Just you almost feel its attention is on the book, but it doesn't say anything. It's like, can I take a look at it? It's just you see this thing looking straight at you, boring hole into your head.
He's reading it upside down.
Yeah.
I legitimately think that Zabrak is looking at the book, and all you hear is
So,
as he's downloading.
Why does this
Yeah.
feel like we're all reading
No,
Elio's
it's-
diary?
You
it's
are.
D&D version of the cloud.
yeah, Yaris doesn't notice. Sabrak
It's
looks
okay.
at
One of us can't read, so
her.
Elio definitely doesn't let her get too far into it before he just kind of goes, Yalrith.
Huh?
You mind if I have that book?
But I'm not done.
I don't care.
But-
He's
I
like
believe-
absolutely this mute face. There is no warmth to him whatsoever.
I believe he is not making a recommendation, but that is a command.
Fine.
I will put this as kindly as I can. You are reading a very hard portion of my life.
Sonia, not Sonia, Yalrith, so far this is the, there's been nothing mentioned about Elio yet. So far what you've read is basically chronicling how usually there's thin spots between the Feywild and the Prime, but at one point a whole bunch of thin spots merged and became this like massive tear, and beings from the Feywild poured through, and of course there became a clash with the humans on the Prime as they're all trying to occupy the same space.
Dang. Well, Yaris will hand the book over and just be like, I just wanted to learn more about where Mother comes from.
Mother? He will take the book and sort of just keep it in his lap and he just asks him what is mother.
Can we hear them from the front seat?
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Yalrith, you
your
realize
mother,
I was
or-
with her for like months, right? You can just ask me.
Well, yeah,
That
but
is the pursuit of knowledge, of querying the right person at the right time.
like reading, you're busy.
When
You
has
are
the fact that
technically
I am
driving,
busy
little one.
ever stopped you from asking me a question?
Fair. The book was there and I wanted to read it. Mother is my patron. She's Fey lady. She looks after the lost Fey.
Oh, you're a warlock.
Yeah.
I assumed you're a wizard.
No.
Now who's judging a book by its cover?
Those who derive their
I mean, she's
powers
definitely-
from that of other worlds.
That is
Definitely
out loud from Jin.
I mean, I could have been one. But then Mother found me.
Just a simple assumption. I thought you were a wizard and being a warlock is just a different set of skills that I just have to be aware of, that's all.
I mean,
Still,
who knows
we're
what I would have
talents
been if
that we
Mother
could
hadn't found
possibly
me.
use.
Mm, exactly. It's just nice for all of us
Divergent
to sort
paths.
of- I think if we all know what we're capable of, it'll help us work better as a team. That's all.
That's fair. I didn't think it was an issue, that's why I didn't mention it.
No issues at all. I'm not perturbed in the slightest to hear that you're a warlock. You know many a warlock. Talented ones, very decent people.
But yes,
It's just that with the hubris that many people hold with prejudice and stereotypes.
Everybody holds prejudice and stereotypes. It matters not what race, class, or any other thing that you are. Believe
There
me,
are just those that are clouded more so than others.
they can be, yes. It happens from time to time. Kind of looks
Well,
off
this
outside of the
tone
card.
seems to be getting kind of dark. So, anyone know any carriage games?
I'm afraid my time of reading books and everything did not provide this unit with much in terms of entertainment. Though perhaps a joke may help.
Ooh,
I would love to hear a joke, Sabrak.
Though what joke?
Oh, this will be great.
Searching databanks.
I have to Sabrak has to
Look up
access
dad
D&D
jokes.
Cloud.
Uploading.
Error 404, an error has occurred, and this process must be aborted immediately.
Joke.exe not found.
Seeing as there's this moment of like this awkward of everybody shuffling and that kind of stuff, Jin's gonna shuffle around and pull out a pan flute, and he's just gonna play on the front.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
Sonia looks up at
Yo.
you
Sonia-
with just like stars in her eyes, like, "Oh my god, you play the
Aw.
flute!" And now
Really
she's just
quick,
gonna hum
Oh,
along.
perfect. Yeah, it is. It's really well.
That's a good roll.
Nicely done.
You sound surprised, sir.
Yeah, considering my rolls tonight have been like 1, 2. I even rolled a 3 earlier.
Oh wow.
Going up in the world.
Then yeah, Sonia's gonna kind of
Right.
hum and like dangle her feet as he plays.
It sounds eerily similar to almost everybody's. A song that they've heard somewhere, but they can't quite place.
Right. So, the next few days go by uneventful. You've been on the Tribor Trail for a little while here, and as you come around a bend, you spot 3 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close on the trail here, with steep embankments and dense thicket on either side.
Hmm. This sounds suspicious.
To find where we are.
Don't be suspicious.
Oh no.
Right. And see, I've made a little cart and everything for you guys.
That's adorable, Barry. I love it. So once they stop and Yara sees the horses, she is gonna hop out and make her way over to inspect the arrows.
Okay.
Elio is gonna be like kind of a quick behind her type thing. Like, be careful.
I'm trying. She
Yes,
is looking
Dad.
around. She is looking around and just being like, while making her way towards the horses.
If,
Jin's gonna sit on the carriage still, but he is gonna pull out his greatsword and just kind of lean on it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, you can tell, Yalra, these horses haven't been dead too long, maybe about a day.
Okay.
It looks like the saddlebags have been looted and ransacked. There's an empty leather map case nearby. But stashed under one of the horses, you find a familiar brown leather book with a rectangle.
Oh!
oh no.
Oh no.
Vigil!
The blushing man's dead,
Oh,
or
no.
captured at the very least.
Yeah, I nearly said mercy. Wrong campaign. Yaris will take the book cover and cradle it close to her chest and kind of see if the crystal still lights up. And
Yeah. It says, "Danger, duck and cover."
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
Um,
I thought that's supposed to be my line.
At this moment, some arrows come whistling from the thicket.
Oh. How
Somebody's
bad
gonna wear
we're gonna have
Pants
to
glued
Yara
upside the head.
Did any of the arrows hit her? Can she dodge?
we're good.
Can she do the dovetail roll?
Let me
I
roll.
think the GM is deciding your fate.
I just had to turn off the roll advantage for
Toggle.
the toggle.
Oh yeah, let's
So
make sure
see
that
if that's
toggles on
It's the
everything too.
NPCs. No,
Yeah,
it's the
it's-
advantage.
There's going to be 2 shots at Yalrith and 2 shots at Ilya.
You took the bait.
Shush.
I'll
I'm
show
sorry,
you
we
bait
know
in
my
a second.
characters. This is
So
this is.
those were for Yalrith.
Wait, what were?
There we go. Okay, it says it was on whisper rolls. So
Oh yeah.
okay, so at Yalrith, it was a 23 and
Oh,
a 15.
yeah, they both hit.
Okay, and Ilio was a nat 1 and a 19.
The 19 will hit.
Yeah, so you'll take 4 piercing damage.
And
And Yalrith, you will take 11 piercing damage.
Yarith is knocked out.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
My friend.
She is in minor. She just falls to the ground with the book clutched in her arms.
Being
Coming out of the
hit,
woodworks, man.
being
Forgetting
hit,
them.
can I perceive or they all like any of these are?
Yeah. As soon as they popped out, they've all got what looks like a little shrub tied to their head with twine, and like a little tree backpack.
It's effectively a ghillie suit.
Yeah,
Nice.
but not as sophisticated.
A goblin ghillie suit.
A goblin ghillie suit. All right, so roll for initiative.
Wonder if I might get my favorite number.
I certainly did with a +2.
I did!
Oh my! He did!
Yeah!
Oh my gosh. For reference, James has a very, very, very canny knack for rolling 4s.
Hence why my favorite number. But
Oh,
basically,
you got
me
competition in a
playing
goblin.
as a... Oh, that guy's going damn! It does help that being as a cleric, it is helpful to be at the back end of
Yes,
things.
it is. Quite.
Okay, is everybody in?
I think so. I'm
What
trying
about
to figure out
Toe?
where to
Is
put
he
this
acting
thing
on his own initiative?
Oh, thank you. I always forget about NPCs.
the friendly NPC.
And Jin as well.
I'm way up at the top.
Jin is in.
I rolled a 6,
Oh no, he's not in.
but I'm not in the turn order. There I am. Very bottom. Yeah. I seem to have lost the character sheet. Whatever.
It's on roll 20.
Yeah, I was trying to look up the stuff for the goat statues.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have that written down in the in your bio section on your character sheet.
Oh, thank you.
Bada boom,
problem.
bada bing.
Actually, I think I made up my character sheet, so I should just have to click on his token.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, everyone's so spread apart.
There you go.
There.
There we go. So Toe is actually a sidekick using rules from Tasha's Cauldron.
Oh.
Alright.
He did
And
sign
for
that on the
those of-
contract.
He's the one with the backpack, right?
Yeah, so he's got a skunk in a cage on his back, and he's got a scorpion on a stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
For those of you curious and looking, I'm going to do a plug for a company here just because I can.
Go for it.
D&D has actually made a model of these guys. That's the skunk in the backpack just up there.
Oh yeah.
And he's got the scorpion on a hook that's here. The other ones that are encountered that are also brought inside of the are little kobolds with leather wings. They've been patched
Oh, yeah.
together, as well as the other one which has taken a dive into the abyss.
Into the ether.
The one that has the weird looking shield, which is kind of like a scale from something, and then the spear as well. D&D has a lot of these amazing models coming out very recently for reasonable prices. Plug for the company and
Hashtag not sponsored.
hashtag not sponsored.
Maybe soon.
Hashtag not sponsored. We just really, really like them.
We do love D&D. All right.
We really do.
So this goblin's going to hop the hedge and run down, and he's going to start rifling through your bag. While you're
Now we know
unconscious,
which
there you
one's
go.
dying first.
Wait, did I? I don't
That
know if I
one.
added the AC of my cloak.
We have to time warp.
Yeah,
What's your
no,
regular
no.
AC?
I don't know. It would have been 12. I still would have been hit because
Yeah.
it only has +1.
Yeah, then you were still hit. He rolled like a 22 and something.
Out of 15.
So
Yeah.
it would put my armor class up to 12. So yeah, I'll rifle through my stuff, but there's nothing I can do because I'm there.
He's rifling through it. You can feel like someone's rifling through your stuff. Someone's touching the thing.
Stop touching me!
If I
This
can get out
guy's
and
going
take
to
him
run
up,
and charge Elio.
I know that sound.
That
It sounds
like,
like
a
he
hellbore.
was in trouble. What, you mean that girlish scream?
All right, and then he's going to slash at you with his scimitar.
Slash away.
So you take 5 damage, and then he's going to nimbly roll away from you. So he's nimble escape and disengage. So he he comes in, slashes at you, and then does like a backflip and flips away.
So effectively a hashtag drive-by.
Yep, he just got drive by.
I'm gonna show him
Alright.
a drive-by in a second.
Yalrith, can we get the first death save of the cabin?
Here comes the fail.
Aww.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
You just had to jinx it, didn't you?
Well, we have to get that one out of the way. She'll be fine.
Okay.
I don't have a backup character. I didn't think I needed one for this.
Not for episode 1.
Mercy, don't die. I have to redraw the intro.
No, just play the
Don't
black
make me do
center.
work.
So, Sonia, you have a bow, correct?
I believe I do. Let me get to my character sheet.
Can
I have
I
a
just say,
longbow,
if
yes.
Yalrith dies, I call her hide to make a shield.
Oh.
Over my dead body. I was gonna swear, but
You could be next, so
at least turn
Fusion just
my
repurposes
legs
everyone in
into
the
nice
party
first
for armor.
boots.
well, I mean, we could skin him and put him around you, Sabrak.
Possibly.
Also, Barry, you wanted to know if I had a bow?
Yeah.
I do. Yes.
Okay. So, as a sidekick, Ko has this lovely little thing. Helpful.
Yep.
So, as a bonus action, he gets to give the help action, which basically gives you advantage on your next attack.
Nice.
Nice.
Right. And after he does that, he's going to, he just encourages you, yeah, you could do it.
Your
Kill
friend.
those,
Oh, that's
kill those filthy
oddly
goblins.
nice. Okay, focus this back on dying friend.
Because and he calls you Black Dragon Lady, I
Oh,
believe. is
right,
what,
yeah, because we
where
all
he
spoke
assigned
Draconic.
Mhm.
And then he's going to use a sling at the goblin that is right there.
You can do a toe. Oh.
Nice.
Boom.
Okay. And he cracks that goblin right in the head, and it falls down dead.
See, I think we were onto something that Toe will be the only surviving member of this party.
Right.
More than likely.
Elio.
So fun. Elio is going to cast Cure Wounds upon himself. It's 8 hit points back. And then he is going to basically just rush at this little guy right here. And pulling out as a cantrip, Primal Savagery, his nails suddenly extend to claws and he rips a shred up through this, tries to attempt to rip a slash up this little guy's chest.
Damn, where'd you get your nails done, Elio?
Right?
Okay. So this little goblin is quite nimbly bimbly,
Mm-hmm.
and he matrixes out of the way of your claw attack. You do trim his hedge hat though.
Elio then hisses at him, trying to be as threatening as possible, kind of thing.
Yeah. And for those of you watching at home, we'd like to do cantrips as a bonus action here, just to add a little extra flavor.
Little house rule.
Yeah.
Elio's not all that intimidating.
He tries.
All right, Jin.
Jin just like lazily stands up while still on the cart. Judging the distance, he draws a spear from his back and throws it at the one that's rifling through Yalrath's bag.
Okay.
Please don't roll a 1.
Oh, don't jinx it.
I knocked on wood, okay?
So thrown would be the one-handed, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, it's not 1.
Nope.
So your
Freaking
spear-
3.
your spear lands short,
Boo.
but it has caught the goblin's attention. Like,
Good. As a bonus action, I am going to toss out the ivory goat statue.
okay.
I'm
wanna
going to use
order
the
that
third one, which is the Goat of Terror, that should affect this one. The one that's rifling through Yalrath's bag, and the one that's affected in the back, and obviously the other one's dead, so. For distance, just for a quick, for those of you watching at home, the Goat of Terror is a giant goat for 3 hours. It also inflicts terror with anything within 100 feet, and has to beat I believe a wisdom saving throw there, bud.
That's normally what fear effects are.
Do you have the page there?
Yeah, I'm actually bringing it up right now. 169 to 170 of the DM's guide, so
69. Nice.
Goat of
Plus
Terror
100.
becomes a giant goat. Removing the horns becomes a DC 15 wisdom. And a 30-foot radius around it, but he's going to toss it to... Because I did measure this out. So, goat's going to land there, and it should affect up to there.
Alrighty, so a little wisdom save with a mighty wise goblin.
Mm-hmm.
He's afeared.
He is
Ghost town.
feared. The frightened creature can repeat its saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on 1 success. Once it successfully saves against the creature is immune to the goat's aura for the next 24 hours. So it only has to make it once. But yes, there is now a giant goat beside the horses.
Okay.
Yep. In addition, the horns can also be removed from this goat to be a +1 lance and a +2 longsword.
Nice.
It's more like bah.
Brr. Sonia.
Fatty goat.
I'm going to go to about here and use the advantage that was wonderfully given to us by our sidekick to shoot my bow at the one that's rifling through my friend's pockets right now.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I haven't actually set it up yet. I think the Braces of Archery gave me a +2 that I got kind of through that archery contest after losing everything. So I guess we'll add 2 to whatever this is. So 8 piercing damage to that boy.
Nice.
That boy.
And she's like, "Get away from her!" Really pissed.
I was gonna say, to quote a certain famous actress, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
Oh,
Well-
love that.
Your words kind of fall on deaf ears because he is dead.
Oh,
Can't
You
get away from her now, dang it.
puncture his dang skull, and he is dead.
She's like, "Ugh, right, I'm supposed to say that first."
Jin from the cart Good try. Good try. But you scream first.
There you go.
Good form, good form.
I think that is
Much
all
approval.
I can do.
Hey.
Good shot, though.
Thank you.
All right, time for this metal man to strut his stuff.
Oh,
see.
this metal man, where he gonna run to? Metal man, where he gonna run to?
Well, he's definitely gonna basically dash. So
I just picture the theme from Pacific Rim playing as he steps off the wagon.
And we're sued.
Aw, demonetized. Yeah, that probably would happen. No, the wagon would definitely, you would have a lot less weight on it now since you have a metallic warforge that's now descended off. Dashing towards where Yalrith had fallen in combat. Since dashing does take up both actions at that point in time. Let's see. Always use, as we had mentioned before, some cantrippy action.
Great, now it's in my head.
Well, just gotta listen to it in the meanwhile. For the goblin that's still in the tree line, is it visible at all?
Yeah, you can see him. They've all popped out. They're noticeable.
Okay. At that point in time, seeing that the threat is still present, Sabrak will put a hand out, basically picture it from Iron Man and everything else, and several citron-like lenses that you would see visible coming out from the robes. They start to glow with holy energy, with using sacred flame.
Is that a great idea in a forest?
It's radiant damage. It's
fine.
not fire.
It's also spring, so it's okay.
So dex save of 13, otherwise would take 7 radiant damage.
Ooh. So
Perfect.
this guy, his camouflage is a little dry and withered, so the fire extra catches on him, and he just goes like literally. There's not even a sign there was a goblin there.
Just like an ash mark.
Yeah.
Dang. Basically at the blast radius of a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, and you can hear Toe laughing like, stupid goblins.
Can't fight a dragon.
Jin's just gonna stare at Toe for a while.
There's definitely some prejudice going on there.
Would never have guessed. Love it.
Oh, there is one. There is one left.
Yep. And upon seeing his friends perish, he's going to do a backflip, disengage again, and run away.
It's a wise idea.
Should we try to get information from him? Sonia says, gesturing to the little
Short
goblin.
answer, yes.
You hear from Vigil. It would be wise to capture any living goblins.
I retract previous statement.
All right, Yalrith, death save.
Buddy Christ is with you. Hey!
There we go.
I could just call her rolls all night.
Only
You
do
could.
that if they're good, otherwise shush.
Okay, I'll tell everybody else but you.
Please don't kill him.
Okay,
Toad's
Toad
taking
is
Non-lethal
so
no
damage, Toad.
prisoners.
Did Toad
Yep.
not hear this about keeping things alive?
Hang on. There is a rule in 5e that nominates that you can choose whether, regardless of what weapon you're using,
It's
to be non-lethal
Either
damage.
lethal or non-lethal. Now,
Yeah.
let's see here.
He's also
Toad
raging.
doesn't- yeah, but
Yeah.
he doesn't want to disappoint the dragons. So I'll say that he nominated this as non-lethal. Because he wants to make the dragons proud. He doesn't want to upset the dragon people.
Yes. From our first episode 0, Toe was enamored by the fact that there's a talking metal man that speaks Draconic, and all the people that he's met have spoken Draconic, so he assumed they must be dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly enough, we are a party of people that all speak Draconic.
Despite
Right.
only one of us being part dragon.
Yeah.
You know, the most bookish one is the one.
All right,
Sonya-
I'll drop us out of initiative.
Pats him on the head. Nice shot, Toe! And then runs right to you.
Dragon
Yeah.
lady likes me.
Can I do like a medicine check and try and help my friend?
You can absolutely. Yeah. Roll it for me.
Nope.
So
That blood's supposed to be inside. And that's all I know.
She's just like trying to scoop the blood up to put it back on Yalra.
in
All of
satyr-
my medical
in satyr
training.
medicine, in satyr medical training, grass is a great thing. You know, you like to chew it. So you can start stuffing grass clippings into
My
Yalra's
dad
mouth.
said rub dirt in it!
Oh, I think upon
Oh.
seeing this, Sabrak is going to look at Sonya. The lights sort of, they seem to glow a little bit more in the faceplate. Is
Allow me to tend to your friend.
Yes, please. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. So Yalra, you sit up,
feeling back.
mouthful of grass clippings.
Oh, I've lost
I
my
do
hand.
not think that roughage is most intended for those at death's door.
Elia's gonna take a rope and tie this little goblin up.
Okay.
And carry him back.
So, hang on. Why you not do the thing? Does the? Oh, hang on, I know why it wasn't doing the thing because my numlock wasn't on.
Whoops.
It's so clever.
Go ahead.
Shush.
It wasn't anything to do with you, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm not. So Yareth gets up and immediately starts coughing grass and spitting grass out of her mouth.
Oh, how did that get there? And Sonya's just gonna hug you though, because she's happy that you were alive.
Oh, Yareth will hug Sonya back tightly and be like, "Oh, that was horrible."
This unit hopes that you are not feeling any ill effects apart from suffering catastrophic damage due to projectiles.
No, I feel fine, thank you.
I
Excellent.
mean, aside from bleeding profusely.
Not the first time.
Jin's gonna pull his spear out, and then he's gonna take one of the horns off the goat for the +1 lance, and then climb up on the goat and basically just like dual wield pole arms.
Just pose.
just to like get up on the goat, so he's basically mounted.
Mhm.
You feel mighty.
And it is at this point that Sonya ends the hug because she notices the goat. It just looks really confused. It's like, when did...
Jin just like shrugs out and goes, "Been a weird month."
And on
Like
that
a
note, we'll
goatish.
take a quick break. On that note.
Okay, 'cause I gotta go to
Alright.
the washroom. Can you hear adventure calling? Do you hear it beckon? Choose your fate, the dice are falling. Chase your destiny. Traveling with your companions, forming your own story. Facing dungeons, fighting dragons, live your legacy. Searching for a greater purpose, carrying the burden of a pain-filled history, healing through the after freedom, waiting patiently. We can hear adventure calling, we will answer bravely. Toss the dice, we'll face our fate, we'll chase our destiny.
All right,
Just do the
welcome
thing.
back. Where we last left off, Jin climbed on his goat. Sonya's confused by the goat. Toe knocked a goblin on his ass, and Ilio tied him up.
It's okay. It's bad.
Yep.
Bad news.
He's carrying him around. He actually goes to Yalrith next, and he will also cast a Cure Wounds upon her.
Oh, thanks. That's me back up to full health. Thank you very much.
That was a mighty aid for the healing of a cure wounds. Well done, Elio. Slow clap, slow clap. The gods are pleased.
I did that last time too.
Yeah.
I really need to get healing spells so I can help my friend without shoving
But you
dirt
help
in
people
her
all the
mouth.
time. So,
Hey, Sonia.
note to the small satyr, just saying, personal experience from being out in the world, dirt in the mouth, not a thing. It's kind of like drinking grass water.
I know, I kind of panicked, you know, like when you're a kid, my dad was like, oh yeah, you got hurt, just rub some dirt in it and keep moving on. So I got that mixed up,
That
and I thought healing potion
generally
and
stops.
dirt, and then they meddled, and yeah, my bad.
Sonia,
That's okay.
Sonia,
Just
it's
No
fine.
more dirt in the mouth. Dirt in the wound, that's easy to deal with. That'll stop the bleeding. It helps coagulation, so on and so forth. But you'll be all right. Great job.
Yes, there are beneficial herbs that we might procure during our travels. However, common grass may not come as a benefit.
Come on, goat. We're going to go eat part of the wagon.
Meanwhile, Yaris places her hand on Sonia's arm and is just like, "Thank you for helping."
I'm
You know,
sorry
actually, on the
that
mention
it
of
probably
herbs.
tasted bad.
What?
Ely, on the mention of herbs, he's gonna put the goblin in the cart, and then he is actually going to do a scour for some herbs because he knows herbalism.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so can I get a let's call it survival.
I believe there's actually a thing for herbalism.
Whilst Ashley's searching up the thing for herbalism, would I also be able to roll to see if I can find out where the people that were previously on these horses might have been brought?
Yeah,
my God.
so that is a wisdom survival check, please.
Just to chime in here so that Elio gets a little bit of extra for their herbalism / survival. I will assist with my survival to add 3 to whatever she rolls, and then she can add her herbalism for her roll.
Well, if you're helping her out, that would actually give her advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, Sonia, you actually find a trail behind a thicket on the north side, leading northwest. They recognize that about a dozen goblins have come and gone through this trail, as well as signs of 3 human-sized bodies being hauled
Good
away.
rolls, Elio.
Okay, well, Sonia's gonna go and eat some dirt herself as she's like, they went this way.
What is
And
this,
yeah,
Monster Hunter?
I was gonna say.
Elio, you do find some helpful herbs.
I'm just gonna click this as a test because I never did before. Oh, okay. So you can click that. Cool.
The book's called Visual, right?
Correct.
Not
Yeah.
Vision. For some reason, I had
Yep.
Vision, and I'm like, no, that's the wrong thing.
You find four nice helpful plants.
I do have the
So-
ability to identify plants and shit upon quick inspection based off their appearance and smell.
Yep, these are just general healing herbs. Yeah,
Cool.
so yeah, it is Vigil.
Yaris is going to ask Visual what he saw.
So Vigil will respond, unable to see. Book closed.
Mm,
What about here? What did you hear?
Arrows, penetrating horses, horses falling, pained screams, shuffling under horse.
So he hid the book on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I think they
Um,
went this way, and she'll point to where the
yeah.
tracks.
Yes.
Yes.
Sonya peers out of the bushes.
Perfect.
Blade of grass sticking out the side of her mouth.
Yara's going to keep hold of Vigil with a view to giving it back to Liam when they find him. When we find him.
Well, then I guess the question is, are we leaving the cart here or what?
Oh, we can't. We're contracted.
I can watch it.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, we have to find them. They're our employers. We are
Yeah.
contracted to dead people. It doesn't quite matter.
Yeah, so Togal has volunteered to watch the cart.
So if it's not us or the people that employed us, you don't let them touch the cart.
Oh, nobody will touch Dragon's cart.
Should we
The
try
dragon's
moving
horde.
it off of the path, or
That may be beneficial, assuming there is other traffic going up and down the road.
Yeah, let's
Agreed.
put it somewhere just kind of in the trees-ish. Nothing too like obvious, but we're not like hiding it. There we go.
oh, excuse the zooms? Everybody, let me fix that.
The zoomies.
I tried to zoom out
Zoomies.
on the map and it zoomed out my whole window, and the screen went white. That might happen. A lot.
Eliel's gonna try to wake the goblin up.
A little slap, slap, slap.
Clutches him by the scruff.
I hear shaking works. Shake him a lot more.
Shake the goblin.
Shake it, not stirred.
No, Elio will get spit on. He doesn't hesitate. He takes him and he slams his head into a rock to try and, like, basically again non-lethal damage, like without even hesitation.
Okay, you knock him unconscious.
Mayhaps that was not the best interrogation method.
I can't exactly say I know to interrogate people to keep them alive. So
As Heath Ledger's Joker said, never start with the head.
he'll wait a while and he'll splash some water on and wake the guy up again. Were you the ones that killed these horses and took people that were all riding them?
Dude, stop.
You'll just kind of like, it's like that sort of just almost unperturbed type face. Alright.
That's his angry face.
Not quite. He, from his herbalism kit, he takes out a pair of tweezers and he will clutch to one of the goblin's nails and start to pull it off.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I mean, I was 2 seconds away from doing that myself, so like, the Fae, we get shit done.
Yeah,
what
Rick,
have I
how
done
many
to you guys?
I'm sorry, this is what she is.
Okay, just roll me an intimidation with advantage.
God, this is gonna. Okay.
Yeah, he pees a little.
I think I'm peeing a little.
Side effect of almost dying, probably.
Yeah. What did
Yeah.
you
Totally is.
As in a more terse tone. Nothing like he's not raising his voice, but it is definitely getting to a level of, a little more on the scurry side instead of being calm. He's like, did you have anything to do with these dead horses and the people who were on them?
Part of the ambush.
Is that so? What did you do? What happened to them? Where were they taken?
Yeah, he took him to Clag.
Clag. What is Clag?
Flag.
Clark.
What is Clark?
He's big.
Perhaps their leader somewhere else.
That would be my assumption. What is Claire? Like, is he, aside from big?
Big goblinoid?
What do they want with them?
Map.
Pardon? He just kind of gives like a very expectant type of look.
A map.
A map. Yeah, they did have the map with them. And Sonya, you said you knew where they went?
Yeah, the tracks leaded that way.
Alright. Well,
When?
we're gonna take this little guy just in case we get lost. And he's not gonna be bothered about that, because I'm just gonna carry him. So, aside from that, Elio would just sort of defer to Sonya and be like, alright, well then, lead the way. see if we can find them.
And
Gareth suddenly very glad she gave up the book when he asked.
and
Like her
Sonya will start
claws.
leading the way, I guess.
Cool.
Okay. So about 10 minutes up the trail, you're following the path. Can you, I guess, get a quick perception check from you there, Sonia, as you're leading the way?
Ooh.
Okay. You
Sorry.
fail to see the snare, and you step in, and it goes right around your leg, and Sonia disappears from view up into the
I don't
trees.
have feet. I think I would just fall out of it.
Neither do deers.
Fair enough.
And they still get caught.
Gareth immediately like, Sonia, where'd you go? We're not playing hide and seek right now.
Yeah,
there's
so yeah,
snares.
there's hanging 10 feet above the ground,
Yeah, the Yaorith looks like, oh.
and the goblin that you're carrying just goes.
I will take your toenails next.
I'm gonna try and do a sit-up to, like... I don't want to cut the rope, but, like, kind of pull myself up it to get to whatever it's attached to, like
the
the tree
branch.
branch.
How high off the ground is she?
10 feet.
Jin is literally just gonna stand on the back of the goat and reach up and just like help her push up, and then just grab her butt so when she cuts herself free, you can just
That
can
works
just
too.
set her down.
So she starts to
All right.
climb, and then she's like, oh, okay. Dagger.
Because he's still riding the goat. So
Nice.
Oh, I don't have a dagger in
actually
this
a
character.
ram,
I'm
but-
so used to playing rogues. I guess rape the hand axe cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a blade of some kind.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Pulls out glaive to cut.
So how is Elio carrying this goblin?
Like a sack of potatoes or something.
Probably like a sack of potatoes, yeah. Kind of keeps his face, like his face is facing forward, legs are facing back, so like Ela can see his head.
Okay.
Tie him to the front of a stick and just carry him around. This is
Take
now
him
our
as a
team
sacrifice
flag.
through the guts.
What was that?
Moving some tokens.
Mm.
Yes, the hard life of a DM.
I'll help you, Sonia, look for traps and snares.
Okay. All right. So another 10 minutes down the trail. Can I get another wisdom perception check?
If Elio's helping her, would that do anything for her?
Yeah, she gets advantage.
Cool.
Okay. That is literally just enough. Now you go to step, and you put your foot down, and then you kind of like go, and you just lift your foot back up, and you look down at the ground and go, oh, that's a pit trap.
Oh.
Okay, the one that I could have gotten out of much more easily.
Nice.
Yeah, don't step there. Pit trap.
Alright.
Walks around it.
Yep. Give it a wide berth.
Yaorith follows Sonia.
Okay.
Transition.
I just love the goat that's with us.
Best.
it's actually a ram. Like, you know the mountain goats that we have here, like the white woolly ones? It's not a farm goat. They're like the mountain goats. I just took a quick look at them.
That's all I could
Like
pull
the
up.
curly horns.
Oh no, it's totally fine. If you don't mind, there. That's the goats, right there. So that's the big one that he's riding on right now, and then it's the one with like the straight back horns, and then the tiny one.
Yeah. I tried to load some art assets here, and that was the closest thing to a goat. Like, I'll just throw this up.
That is 100% fine. I'm actually okay. I was imagining as like he's walking, like waddling along behind everybody, hearing the little bell going. Helps me pass the time. Okay.
All right. So, following the goblin's trail, you come across a large cave in a hillside 5 miles from the scene of the ambush. A shallow stream flows out of the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow, dry path leads into the cave on the right-hand side of the stream.
Okay.
Can I do?
Alright.
Sorry.
And as you get here, the little goblin just screams, "Intruders!"
Probably should have
It
gagged
sounds like
him.
karate chop.
Actually, yeah, just boom, knock him out.
Now I agree. Elio should have taken both your toenails and your fingernails.
Well, I guess he's been knocked unconscious.
You don't really need him anymore.
But
Bonk.
yeah, you don't think that went unheard.
Yeah.
Now it's
I'm
our
pretty
turn to
sure
hide in
bloody.
bushes.
Let's just hide.
Eli'll just toss him aside. He doesn't do anything to him.
Blop.
He pulls out a very, like, light silver, like almost thin type scimitar. It's a very elegant looking blade.
Yeah, Yaris pulls out her quarterstaff.
It appears that clandestine operations may not be possible at this time.
Agreed.
Fine with me.
And I just wanted to sit and read.
You should have joined a different party, sweetheart.
You're coming out of the woodworks, man.
Oh no.
Okay.
Should've hidden it.
Sprek,
Yes.
you take 8 piercing damage. Ilio, you take 6. As these arrows stream from a hunting blind on the other side.
I knew moving was a good idea.
I'm literally the
Protect
best
me,
placed
Sonia.
every time.
90% of you
Quick.
is like not covered by my tiny form.
Just picks up
Right.
Sonia by the waist. It's like, be my shield.
Okay.
Allow me to lead you into battle.
You just
You
you just
just
have the
lead it.
horns and you throw me like a dart.
Yep.
If Jin doesn't do that at least once in this campaign, I'm gonna
Oh,
play
it's gonna
disappointed.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, much better. Than
Yeah, I got my initiative again. 4. Hot damn.
Booyah! Whoops.
I mean, that may not help me when I'm being punctured full of arrows, but at least I got my favorite number.
B, did you get that? It said you wanted to send the result of this roll to the
Oh.
turn tracker, but no valid
Yep.
token was selected.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
so that means
to
you have to
click
have your
the
token selected, so you have to have the little box around it. That's okay.
Do I
I'll
have to
manually enter it.
reroll? It was a good roll.
Yeah, you can
You
keep it
can still
roll.
have it.
Yep.
Just
Oh,
means
okay.
Barry's got to put it in himself.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
I'm done.
There you go.
These healing herbs, Bear, that Elio found, what would you put to them for healing attributes?
Just 2d4. Pop one in your mouth and chew it down.
Well, I don't have to move
Nom,
the
nom, nom,
map. It is time for snack drawers.
Jin.
Well, of course, I'm going to spear the goat on.
Yeah.
We're going to move up to. Wow.
I'll move the goat. I should have given you permission.
Well, it's not letting me move anything now anyway.
Excuse the sounds.
There you
You
go.
just have to move some people around.
I'm actually going to move to here, on the back of the goat, and then right through the hunting blind, use the lance because it has reach. Boop.
Nice.
Shink. That's what they call a shish kebab.
I just imagine like a boar spear where he just goes up to the hunting blind and just kind of shoves it straight through it, hoping to hear a squeal.
Okay. So you have 2 attacks?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. The 20 will hit. The 9 will not.
No, the 20. Did that not go through right?
I got 2 attacks. One of a 20 and one of a 9.
Yeah, so once you see the little pop-up on the window, the dialog box, if you click Lance +1, that should deal
There
you
you go.
damage.
There you go.
There you go.
That makes sense. Okay.
Why is it He's not raging. Why is it raging?
It basically can give you the option if you are raging, you take that extra damage.
Oh, okay. Well, 14 piercing
How I would
damage.
use it. That's
Okay,
how I would
well, you've doubled its HP, so how do you
And then-
explode this goblin?
Oh, he's not going to explode it. He's just going to shove the lance through it, and then instead of like letting the creature continue to sit there and just be a jerk and all that kind of stuff, he's actually just going to lift it out of the blind, straight up and above.
Yeah, so you now have this slumped dead goblin. It, as you lift it up, it slides down. Your lance just like.
Team flag.
He's going to look back at the group at this point and go, "Let's see if we can go for 5."
Yeah!
Murder!
Sonya actually does shout that.
I thought we were going to be different than murder hobos. I guess I was wrong.
It's kill or
You
be
guessed.
killed.
I live for this.
It was at this moment they knew they fucked up.
Get your punch cards ready, folks.
I mean, if I get more than 3 punched on it, I'm going to be in a major winner here for murder hobo bingo. I'll have
Wow.
goblin kebab.
So, Jin, from inside the hunting blind, you hear a bowstring go back, and then a twing, and a ah!
I love it when they get
Lord,
caught in their own traps.
All right, Sonia.
That sounds like a bowstring string snap.
Well, I'm going to pull out my glaive. Kind of push through the bushes. And I'm a stab.
Yeah,
this
the
boy.
bushes, the thicket counts as difficult terrain.
Let me see. one
So
second.
double the movement needed.
Can I have the goat eat it?
I mean, yeah, it's just gonna take a little while.
It's a giant goat. It's like two mouthfuls.
Okay, what if
Basically,
I
you
jumped over it?
Here.
You want to jump over the thicket?
Yeah.
So
I do
I'll
have
allow-
mirthful
Do a
leap.
backflip.
Oh, you sorry?
I have mirthful leap. I know I still have to roll for it, but like, satyrs can jump.
Nice.
So I imagine if I'm able
Alright,
to
go
just
for
jump
it.
over, I'd be able to.
Man, humans can't jump.
This is my first time using this. Roll a D8. Yeah. 1 extra, but that should be enough for me to get over the plant at least.
1 foot.
One extra foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you land in this thicket.
Oh wait, hold on. That would have been where I'd get to without the jump. So the jump would get me through the thicket. Because that was my, like, 25. So about 26. Close enough to poke this boy with a glaive.
Yeah. You do get some those little prickle burrs stuck to your furry legs.
Oh,
It happens. I grew up in a
That was
forest, man. You think I'm not used to that? Yeah, Jin, you just see Sonya, like, go up, kind of stop at the bush, little bunny hop over, and then just, like, ah!
Goat
Into
hops
this
over.
He's like still sitting there with blood all over his arm. He's just kind of like, nice.
I'm assuming a 20 hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you hop over, you come down. You see that this goblin has a big slash on his face where the bowstring snapped. And as you cleave him in twain, there's just nothing but a surprised expression on his face as he becomes two halves of a whole goblin.
Aw, I wanted to be twinsies.
Yaris is giggling at Sonia, just like Sonia like playing with Jen, or like trying to match, or yeah.
She doesn't say that, but she does have a disappointed look in her eyes. Like, oh, didn't mean to cut him in half.
Well, blade, pointy bit, blade, pointy bit, blade, pointy bit.
Yeah, I should have pierced instead of slashed.
Just cut right to the heart of the matter.
Steps through
Elio
bushes again.
Elio's gonna take the goblin to the river. He flops him down into the river and just steps on him.
Oh my god!
We're the good guys, right?
I rolled, okay?
Elio, what are you doing?
My god, the Fantasy Geneva Conventions here are like being totally mind.
Somewhere Toe feels really happy though.
As long as we keep the kobold happy, we're fine, right?
Yeah.
Right?
He's gonna be the only survivor. We want him to be happy.
Every time a goblin dies, a kobold gets their wings.
It's just you.
Oh my god.
That's dark, though.
Yeah, you start to drown this goblin. Galrith, are you stepping in?
Yeah, she'll reach out and try to grab Elio. What in the Pantheon do you think you're doing?
I would think that'd be obvious what I'm trying to do.
He is trying to eliminate a threat.
I mean, there are more humane ways to do that. Says
Yeah,
that she's
but they're
wiping
much
off
less
her glaive.
Jin's just gonna pipe up on the goat staring into the cave that the water's coming from and be like, yeah, but most are less effective.
Alright, Elio, just a strength. Looks like Galrith's trying to pull you off.
Yep.
He won't even oppose. He just, like, the moment she tries to grab, his foot goes off and he just kind of starts walking forward.
Okay. As you step off the goblin, this little bound goblin just floats downstream.
Yara steps in the water and looks where the goblin's floating away. It's just like, I'm so confused.
Maybe their god is watching.
Elio was attempting to remove an obstacle in our pathway.
I think the river did it for him.
I mean,
Well,
Like you said, effective.
all paths lead somewhere.
Well, it's good to know I've got a bunch of cold-hearted
Sociopathic psycho.
only
Well-
if they strike first, man.
To be fair there, Barry, you have a robot, so...
We're amiable.
The robot's
Yeah.
been the most human out of all of us, though.
Right.
Oh.
I'll have you know, I have not done murder hobo things. I've been good with this character.
They each have their own emotionally stunted areas. Just depends
True.
on which one.
True.
It just
Daft Punk's
depends
human
how
after all.
deep that. It just depends how deep that chasm of human
Right?
stunted emotion is. Some people, it's a chasming void.
Too true.
I made him chaotic neutral for a reason.
That was just chaotic dark.
Yeah.
Fucking torture, come on.
Yeah, that, well,
Needed info, man. Okay,
I mean-
I'm a sneaky,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah, Elio will follow in tow, trying to be sneaky as well. Try to and tell everybody like, let's do our best to be quiet going in here.
Oh yay, stealth. I'm really
Jin
good at
just,
that.
motions to the goat he's riding on.
I mean,
It just shrugs at everyone.
you can take the goat, or can the goat be
I'm not,
quiet?
I'm not getting off the goat.
We might want to
He
take the
shakes
bell
the
off
dead
of
goblin
it
on the
then.
lands.
Oh sure, everybody gets mad at Elio for fucking dumping the goblin in the water, and freaking Jin here wielding the goddamn goblin flag, and nothing said.
I'm gonna remove the aforementioned bell from earlier
Perfect.
from the goat.
Perfect. That's good. That's enough, I think.
Put it in my bag for now.
So as you get closer to the cave, inside it is quite loud, just rushing water.
Mhm.
So
Okay, that'll help.
you think that it's possible that might not have been heard by anything inside.
How's your
Perfect.
perception, Ashley?
Pretty good.
Do you want to go first?
6.
I haven't been rolling very well on my perceptions.
I mean, either perhaps myself or I don't know if Jin is astute and alert.
I'm on
I
the back of
believe
a goat!
Alright. Elia will go. Elia doesn't hesitate to go first.
Okay.
We'll-
So as you go inside, it starts to get darker and darker. The light only really emanating from the entrance of this cave. I don't think any of you have dark vision, is that correct?
Nope.
No, but seeing as I do have a free hand with the lance, I'm going to put the spear away and still hold on to the lance, but I'm going to strike up a torch and be the biggest target.
Oh.
Possible.
Don't be suspicious.
All right.
Don't be suspicious.
Just
Don't be
inside,
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
just inside the cave mouth, a few uneven stepping stones lead up to a small dank chamber on the east side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. Savage snarls and the sounds of rattling chains greet your ears, where 3 wolves are chained up just inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven into the base of a stalagmite.
Oh, but that's so mean.
And as they see you, they all kind of run forward until the chain goes chink.
They're held out.
Um,
Held at bay.
Sonia's gonna grab the 2 halves of the goblin.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wolves gotta get hungry wolves, man.
And
Perfect.
yeet it over here.
Okay.
1
I'm
half
going
over there,
to need
1
to
half
write-
over here at the bottom.
Write this down.
I'm gonna need to
Garrett?
write a Geneva Convention here. For that.
It's already dead!
Off to fate
Hey,
room.
waste not, want not. Also, if they get a taste for goblin flesh and we free them, shifty eyes.
But yeah, 1 half
Yeah,
up
we're
the top,
definitely
1
game.
half at the bottom. Let them choose which one they go after, but I want to clear a path in the middle.
We're
Yeah,
definitely
they are-
getting
they're
stiff
gnawing
repeat
on
on our ass.
Just roll me an animal handling check real quick.
Oh, good. I don't have anything in that. Oh, okay.
Hey!
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
they pay you no mind now that you have fed them.
Okay, good doggies.
Good
I'm just
doggos.
gonna pass through. Enjoy your lunch.
Noticing
Okay.
a goat theme.
What you are doing is climbing up some loose stones, like a scramble top.
Probably on all fours then, like a whoop.
Yep.
Mm.
And it goes up 30 feet.
I just want to like listen through if I hear anything or like see through.
I need you, you're attempting to ascend this shaft, to make me a strength athletics check, please.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice roll.
As nimble as a mountain goat.
Don't make fun of the hooves, man.
All right. Yeah, you come up, and you're actually able to get to the top of this area. And as you kind of peer inside, it looks like well, actually, you don't. Okay, so you can see about to here because you don't have dark vision.
But there's a
There is
fire.
A campfire.
I'm holding
yeah.
it though.
Oh no, I mean they
Oh,
have a
of course
fire.
it is.
Oh.
But they have a fire. Alright. So you can see sacks and crates of looted provisions are piled up in this large cave. A large opening leads north, down to a set of natural stone steps where the roar of a roaring waterfall comes from beyond. In the middle of the cavern, the coals of a large fire smolder. You do notice a couple goblins, and actually, yeah, with that fire.
Oh, I think that's our big friend.
You see two goblins, a bugbear, and a very ravenous-looking wolf.
I guess, one second, let me check my languages again. Yeah, even if they were talking, I probably wouldn't be able to understand. Okie dokie, no sign of our friends. So I'm shift back down here, pass by the doggos again, and let everybody know what I saw.
Throughout the cavern.
She's kind of thinking, does anybody else think that sounds eerie? Because I kind of want to go with this.
It does
It
sound
is
very
rather
creepy.
haunting.
Well, what does everybody want to do?
I imagine if we go that way, we will find
I
more.
ain't gonna
At
fit
least our
through that.
friends aren't over there. Or I guess our employers.
Yeah, I'm not going to fit through there either. So we need to.
Let us continue up the river.
How big
I
was it?
agree.
Torch in hand, continue up.
It is big enough for pretty much anyone to fit up, but you have to pass the check to get up.
Oh wait, so like that wasn't big enough to pass through, right? Just to look through?
No, you could get through.
Oh, I could have gotten through.
Shimmy
Yep.
through it.
Well,
Okay.
are we gonna just go that way, or do you
Remember,
wanna...
the squares are 5 feet. Your
Right,
token
right.
is 5 feet, right? So
Yeah.
a person's not 5 feet wide.
True. Well, I would say
Oh, I
since this is a
dunno.
rescue mission and not an assassinate their leader mission, we should probably try and just prioritize finding our employers while Narg, or whatever is the big guy,
Clark.
is Clark, thank
Clark.
you, is busy.
All right. That seems fair.
That is a good idea.
All right then.
So I got a torch struck up. Very. So I got 30 feet.
Elio does have dark vision.
Does he?
He does. He's Fey.
Okay. I thought.
Not all Fey have it, but he is more like
know.
an elf than a satyr, so to speak.
I'm only
Well, to also assist. Ooh. To assist with the illumination, Sabric will bring forth his mace and cast light upon it.
Nice.
So there'll be a 20-foot radius with dim light reaching out additional 20 feet. And he's basically just going to hold up like a torch.
Hmm.
Can I get a perception check from Elio then?
Mhm.
Okay. You see a little goblin crouched on the top of the walkway, and he just yells, "Flood!" and then runs back.
Snap.
Well, let's go back to the doggos.
Yeah, we need to get up. This water's gonna come crashing down.
Hi, puppies. I hope you are still okay with me. Do they seem aggressive if I come back?
They're okay with you, yeah.
They
What
might have
about-
different objections to others.
Well, Elio's gonna come in and try and soothe them a little bit, just being that he's familiar with animals and whatnot. Probably just like again an animal handling,
Yep.
but he wants to try and soothe them down so any of us can be in here without them freaking out.
Okay, animal handling. Okay, that is just enough because they were fed. Jin,
Um,
there is
I'm
a
actually
rumbling.
I'm actually gonna turn the goat around and just exit the cave.
Okay. Yeah, so you just see, like, as you get out of the cave, this huge surge of water comes rushing down. Yalrith and Sabrak, you see it just howling past you. Your boots get a little bit wet. And yeah, this big gout of water just shoots out the mouth of the cave there, Jin.
I'll wait till it dies down so you can continue with them.
Yep, it has subsided.
Well, seeing as it's subsided, I'm still on the goat. I'm going to wander back in and reach over when I come back to about here. So about 10 feet away from Sabrak himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to reach over with the bloodied lance and tap him on the shoulder.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
And I'm going to point further up and then just start making my way up with torch in hand and the lance further up the cavern.
Ilio will come down and he's like, I can see in the dark. If I can scout ahead if you want.
Or you can continue with your friends through that section and we can mop them up together. I'm assuming this comes all the way around because there's no way they're going to travel through the that chained pit every time.
Ilio looks a bit confused, just in the sense of like, yeah, but we'd have to go through there and around through the things that we don't want to go through to come back round. Right? Am I missing a passageway that we didn't go through?
No. I'm assuming that this one goes up and around because there's a bridge up ahead.
Yeah.
And then if you guys pass through that one, you can ask their leader politely where our friends are.
And this area right here.
Yeah.
Let me read a little. The main passage from the cave mouth climbs steeply upward, the stream plunging and splashing down its west side. In the shadows, a side passage leads west across the other side of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in the shadows of the ceiling on the north, you can just make out the dim shape of a rickety bridge of rope wood crossing over the passage ahead of you. Another passage intersects this one 20 feet above the floor.
We have much to traverse through this cavern.
Well, I'm just thinking we shouldn't split up.
Ideally, numbers will help prevail. Considering that the ambush was laid by several of those goblinoid creatures, we can only guess how many more cling to the darkness.
Aye.
And I doubt they
Which
could
is-
collect the water fast enough to flood us again
Do it again.
super quickly.
On that note, there's another rumbling.
Well,
Oh, bloody hell.
Nope, you're caught in.
I mean, I
I
was
see you moving there. You were in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Yara is the only one who's not.
Splash
well,
well,
zone.
like, would we have time hearing the rumble to take a step back, or is
No,
it just
it's
we only?
coming.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Question. Would Elio have any ability to take flight?
Oh,
Be
take
it-
flight.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought
be
you
it
said
a-
take and like what?
Oh no. Like, get into the air. I can, even if it takes a deck save or something to do.
Yeah, I was just about to say everybody can make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Ah, one of my favorite throws.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
My dad would be so disappointed that the robot was more nimble than his forest child.
Okay,
How
so
could you
Ilio, you take flight. Sabrak, you basically just punch a hand into the wall.
I'd make
Sonya
myself a
tries
little
to jump.
alcove in there.
Should I be rolling
Jin,
for the goat?
Yeah, because that's gonna
I'm
come
just
back too.
taking it as the same. So you and the goat and Sonya are washed out. Whoosh.
Yeah,
You
you-
take a whole 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you get tumbled and tossed. And you basically end up on the bank there.
Yes, Elio has dragonfly-like wings come out from under his cloak as he takes to the air.
Okay, there.
Yara's just like, pretty.
And you can see the little speckles of water droplets all accentuating the effect.
Oh, that did not taste good. Blech.
He'll fly out and land, and he's like, "Are you okay?" Both of you.
Sees the wings and is just like, wait, no, yes, I knew about those, but saw quite a lot of that.
Once again, episode 0.
Oh yes!
Yeah, fine. Swallowed a bit of it. Sure, that won't cause stomach problems later. I guess I was
Look.
wrong about the flooding rates. So maybe we should just go and ask politely.
Either that, or I do have the ability. I can see in the dark. I can fly up and see around what's here at least, and then come back.
And you'll be okay on your own?
I won't unnecessarily put myself in a situation I don't want to be in. I'm not gonna be a martyr, so to speak. I just want to scout.
Alright, then I guess we will wait out here.
I won't go too far. We'll see how large this canyon goes. I'm sure it's large-ish, but if I can find a means to, other places that maybe our employers have been stored, if they're still here, at least I'll have that knowledge. And we won't just haphazardly be going about this place and possibly getting washed downstream every 10 minutes.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. Helio will once more take flight, and he will go to Sabrek and Yalrith and tell them the same thing, that I'm going to scout ahead. I don't need light. I can see, so I'll scout ahead a little and see what I can see. Maybe see if...
Would you have any indication if you should require assistance? A scream, a bellow, some sort of noise, some vocal outcry?
I do have... he pulls out like a recorder-like flute from his pack. I will give a lovely hoarse shrill on this, and that could be a good sign to come running.
Does everyone in the party have a secret flute?
Yalrith has a lute.
Rhymes with flute.
It's okay, Sabrek is not
Yeah.
musically inclined, so he's the only one out.
No, he's the synthesizer behind it.
He's the light show.
He's your resident Daft Punk.
He's the big... Alright, well, with that knowledge in tow, Elio will scout forward. He will try to keep to the walls if he can. And to be, as silent as he can be flying in the air, which is pretty quiet.
And like I said, there's the roar of water too.
Yeah.
Just from the cave itself.
Yep. He will take a brief detour to explore up over here, fly up and just enough to get his head over to see what he can see, and go slowly to explore it.
Can you roll me a stealth check real quick?
Sure.
Nice.
Nice.
Boom.
So I can see up to 60 feet in the dark.
I wish I had dynamic lighting.
I know. That's,
It looks so
I know.
cool on James's games.
Danger light.
well, I think that's part of. It might be with the higher paid membership, but I know the problem with dynamic lighting is that you have to apply it to every single map. It doesn't do it for the whole thing,
Ooch.
but it does make it pretty cool.
Just picturing Elio turns the corner, it's just the Metal Gear like tink!
Mhm.
Elio sees the lovely horde over there, and dang, one of them was like, "Did I hear something?"
Yeah. It's like, huh?
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah, sorry, man. My bad. Whoa, look at trying to...
Can you see what's over here?
This is a raised area.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder to.
That's fine. It kind of is sort of okay. Well, he's not gonna go that way. He will continue on, just to have a look around. Still, just he is still flying because his wings
Yep.
tend to be a little quieter than his feet. And he will have a look down across the bridge. You can see. However, don't know where that shaft goes to. So okay, he can see to there.
Yeah, just at the where the curve is.
Yep. But he will come, fly out, and then go a little bit further down this way to see what he can see around the river and whatnot.
I'll need another stealth check from you real quick.
Okay.
Just a box.
Oof, fail.
Oh.
He's not paying attention and he runs
Dun,
right
dun,
into
dun,
the
dun,
rock
dun.
face. I won't unnecessarily put myself in a situation I don't want to be in.
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Goblin
Mission
knees screech.
Vision mailed.
And a quick fire. A miss. Fire. Missed.
Classic.
Elio will quickly, basically shuffle his way down. Oh, I guess we'll do that after, because we're in initiative order.
Oh damn.
Don't worry, I won't get into combat, he said.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Elio.
I didn't even ask you to roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
it's there now.
Ilio's fine, I meant Yalrith.
Okay, jeez.
Out of
All these
curiosity,
ones
I'm
coming out of
not
the
gonna
woodwork.
touch the Sonia's like thing, like her token, but
Just the initiative.
okay, it wouldn't have been a third one. We aren't cursed.
I mean, you can take me out the turn order. Because she's not.
You know, maybe I'll keep you in there just to get a. Okay, what's your perspective going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you picking your toes?
What do you do?
Yeah, I have no idea if y'all are doing anything because I gotta like follow Elio. Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
Sonia's just like drying her hair, petting the goat.
Yep.
I'm concerned that the bugbear's gone.
What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah.
Whoa!
Just went for a nap.
They are sneaky.
Oh no.
So we aren't gonna hear any of this, but we will see Elio's body float down the river.
Let me go, he said. It'll be fine, he said.
Don't split the
Don't
party,
split the
he
party,
said.
he said.
All right.
Hindsight.
Hindsight is a 1-1.
Okay, this guy's still got a few on you from up on the stairs, so he's fired and missed. All right. Twing from up on the bridge.
Just a subconscious.
So I take it we wouldn't have heard that ow because of water rushing.
Yeah.
Probably
it's,
not.
Ugh.
It's still what?
I mean, he can't really reach him with his scimitar if he's 10 feet in the air.
Oh, you're 10 feet in the air? Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, depending how high the cavern is, he's high enough to be out of a. Would try to be out of a range of a slice or a waterfall.
Oh yeah, well I was thinking since you banged into the wall, you might have lost some altitude.
That is if you wish me to be that way, then I can do that. That's your call.
Considering you rolled a
1.
1
Yep,
on
that's
your
fine.
stealth check and then on your initiative, I think you're a little bit yeah. So
So I take that.
you take that.
Cool. Ela falls into the water.
And as predicted, he drifts lazily down the river.
Well, it's a good thing I got a light source here to find Elio's non-responsive body showing up.
Yeah. You don't even need a perception check for that. You just see the soggy form of Elio drifting down the stream, and that's where we'll
This
call for
bodes
tonight.
ill.
Oh no, the twink is
And
drowned.
Elio's head just hung.
Don't let the twink sink.
Okay, we make
No,
sure.
no, no,
You will
no,
be,
It's okay, Sonia. Small twigs float. It's fine.
No, don't let this twink become a twunk and be sunk.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, everyone, you'll have to tune in next week to find out what happens to our good soggy boy here. Well, I wouldn't call him good anymore. I'd probably shift his alignment.
He's not good. He's chaotic
Chaotic.
neutral.
Chaotic boy.
Oh, he's totally chaotic neutral. There's
Chaotic.
there's no good in there.
Just chaotic. Half evil.
Chaotic,
Alright.
questionable. We'll put it that way.
Well, I hope you
Right.
guys enjoyed, and like I said, tune in next week.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.
Bye
Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Wait, we gotta,
Stay safe.
we gotta
Be well.
talk about the contest, guys. The
What contest?
The NPC contest that we were bringing.
Oh, wait.
So, when we stream, we will be posting things on our Facebook page as shown over that direction. So on the post stating when we're streaming, go and comment your character name of an NPC, and we will pick
And a
one.
brief description.
Yes, a brief description as well, and we will pick one to make an appearance in an episode. I would say the next episode, but it really depends on when it makes sense for a person to.
And how
To
many of us
comment.
die?
Yeah. So
We
yeah.
may have no PCs, we just have NPCs as this party.
Party
Right.
NPC.
So yeah, follow,
That sounds
comment, like the post, and then we will pick the winner and get in contact with you.
Yes,
Alright.
we look forward to your submissions.
I always love
Stay
interesting
safe, stay healthy,
characters.
everybody.
Sweet.
And cut.